Hi everyone, it's Alia or Cake Legend and welcome back to another recipe video. Today we're going to be making these Valentine's themed shortbread cookies that are dipped in ruby chocolate. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really like making cookies. Most of the recipe videos on my channel are cookie recipes, so this one's super simple. It's only 4 ingredients. We're going to start with measuring 100 grams of sugar into our mixing bowl, and then 333 grams of all-purpose flour. Add 217 grams of unsalted butter. Make sure this butter is pretty soft, and a pinch of salt, which I didn't film. But if you use salted butter, then it's only 3 ingredients. Now we're gonna put this on a mixer and keep it mixing on like the lowest speed. You don't want to incorporate any air into this because we don't want it to spread when it bakes. We really want it to keep its shape. So just mix it on a low speed. It'll turn into this sandy mixture, and then when it starts to slowly come together and you can see it building on the sides of the bowl like this, that's when you know it's done. Stop mixing and pour your crumbly dough mixture onto the counter. This dough is kind of finicky to work with because it's really crumbly, but trust me, just pack it together and roll it out. You might have to continue pushing the edges together as they break apart while you're rolling, but it's just a process. As you can see, I'm doing it here, rolling and then kind of packing it back together and giving it another roll. Use some dusting flour so it doesn't stick to your counter, but not so much so that it's adding more flour to the dough. You want to roll out your dough until it's 1/2 inch or 12 millimeters thick. I know this is going to look quite thick, but trust me, this is how thick you want it. Grab some heart cutters and start cutting out your hearts. I did a big cutter and a small cutter, so I had a variety of sizes. And I started by pressing the cutters into the dough. And since this dough is so crumbly and fragile to work with, I used a knife to slide it underneath each cookie so that I could easily lift it up. If you try to just pick it up with your fingers, you're gonna destroy all the cookies. So use a knife or something to help you lift each cookie. And then you can go ahead and place them on your baking pan. Just make sure you're super gentle so that you don't misshapen any of the cookies. Here they all are on my pan before baking. I put them in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit and only baked them until the edges were slightly golden like this. I'm not gonna give a time because the time really just depends on how big your cookies are. I let my cookies cool on the pan and then transferred them to a cooling rack. Meanwhile, I grabbed this ruby couverture chocolate and started melting it down. If you're using this kind of chocolate, or any couverture chocolate, you need to temper it. But if you have no idea how to temper chocolate, you can totally just use chocolate chips or even pink candy melts. Anything works really, but I just really wanted to work with ruby chocolate and I wanted to practice my tempering since it's been a while. I will post another video on how to temper chocolate using the seeding method, which is what you're seeing on the screen here. But like I said, if you don't know how to temper chocolate, no big deal, just use pink candy melts or anything else that you'd like. I grabbed some sliced almonds as well as some sprinkles for decoration, got everything all set up, and then I started dipping my cookies into the chocolate. Before the chocolate set, I sprinkled the sprinkles on top as well as the almonds, which you will see in the next clip. I didn't dip the full cookie in, I just did a little side dip at an angle just to get that kind of look. Add some color, but it's not overwhelming. Make sure you shake off the excess chocolate so that there's not so much chocolate on your cookie. Don't want it to be too thick. And you can wipe the edge on the side of the bowl to avoid it all pooling as the cookie cools on the parchment paper. For the little hearts, since they were so small, I just decided to dip the whole top in. But I did a few that were the same side dip as the big cookies. Here are my cookies all dipped and set, and that's it. They're all done. Super simple and really tasty. You can't go wrong with shortbread. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to leave a like and comment down below if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!